Hey, what's up everybody? This is Super501 and today I'm going to go over what I think is one of the strongest weapons in Outriders and possibly the strongest weapon in the game for anomaly builds. Now, before we get into the video, only 6% of people that watch my videos are subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with all of my videos. And the weapon we're going to be looking at is Funeral Pyre, which is an automatic slug shotgun. And the tier 3 mod that comes on this is Shadow Comet, which when you shoot an enemy, it calls on a comet that deals over 200,000 damage to enemies within a 3.5 meter radius with a 3-second cooldown. Now, the secondary mod on this is not that important. So I have Fortress Road on it, which just increases the damage of everything you're doing. So it even increases the damage of Shadow Comet. And specifically for anomaly builds, I think this is the strongest weapon in the game. Now, I recently went over a video that talks about using shotguns with on-hit mods. So essentially, if you use a shotgun with any on-hit mod, for an example, Shadow Comet on Funeral Pyre, if it hits multiple enemies, it will proc that mod multiple times and proc it on all of those enemies hit instead of just proccing it once and then putting it on a cooldown, essentially multiplying the power of that mod by however many enemies you hit with that shotgun hit. This shotgun specifically, I think, is the strongest version of that glitch. And that is one of the big reasons why Funeral Pyre is so strong. Because even if you take away the second mod and just use Funeral Pyre as a shotgun that you're using for Shadow Comet, you're still going to be able to do massive amounts of damage. And you'll see from the footage that with an anomaly power build with Shadow Comet, you can sometimes one-shot challenge tier 15 Expedition elite enemies. Because if you say have an elite enemy that is surrounded by a bunch of other enemies, you can shoot this Funeral Pyre, have the shotgun hit, say 5 or 6 enemies, including the elite. All of these Shadow Comets will drop down, which will all deal their full damage to that enemy it originally dropped on and every enemy in a 3.5 meter radius. So you can have an elite enemy get hit by like 7 of these and just get one shot right away. And then Shadow Comet will be scaled off of anomaly power and any other damage bonuses you get. So you'll commonly be seeing Shadow Comets hit over 500,000 damage, which by itself is really good, and mixed with the ability to drop a bunch of comets on groups of enemies, this weapon easily becomes one of the strongest weapons in the game. And I'm not sure if this weapon is really rare or if anybody else has had difficulties getting it, because this is legitimately the last legendary weapon that I got to drop. I've gotten every other legendary weapon in the game besides this shotgun. This was the last one I've gotten and I only recently got it. And I guess it's fitting because it is one of the strongest weapons in the game and can turn lesser geared builds into builds that can do higher challenge tiers than maybe they're supposed to be able to do. And for specific builds, this is even going to be better because with it having a 3-second cooldown, you're pretty much only going to be wanting to shoot this weapon every 3 seconds. It's going to be used in anomaly builds, so the base weapon damage isn't going to be something that you're really interested in trying to use. So say specifically for my Pyromancer build, the cooldown of Shadow Comet fits in perfectly with my rotation of abilities in playstyle in general, because I can use an ability, use a melee, shoot my Funeral Pyre to get a Shadow Comet, rinse and repeat, and it fits in really nicely with everything else I'm doing. Some specific builds can even utilize this weapon to a greater extent, making it even stronger. And if you're new to Outriders, pretty much all the items in the game are just random drops and can be gotten from pretty much anywhere. So there's not really any place to go farm for this. Just try to farm whatever you can that gives the most legendaries, which at endgame is doing the highest expeditions that you can get gold times on. So it's pretty much all I wanted to go over with this weapon. I just wanted to show this weapon off because it is so incredibly strong. It's actually really satisfying to use because you just shoot into a group of enemies and a bunch of comets just drop from the sky and destroy everything. And I will have a good amount of footage after I'm done talking to show you guys what I mean, so you guys can see why you should be using this if you're using an anomaly focused build. So subscribe if you want to see more Outriders or other videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this weapon, and thanks for watching.
You want me to raise your soldier morale? There's no one left. Now you know the clusterfuck I'm dealing with.
Artillery support incoming!
Coast's clear. That's one of our pods.